We have 2 people who want to go to the merchant's quarter because we need to spend our cash.
We have 5 gold pieces, a whole 5 gold. But also a ball of yarn. It might be worth something.
It is. It's worth 100 gold pieces, but
Nice.
only to the right buyer.
We have to find him.
Anyone else, and they will kill you if you're holding it.
Sounds good.
If you show it to them, there's a chance they'll kill you. We're going to the merchants. I
think we can take that risk.
32. Look at this fucking scary thing on this page. You stroll northwards along the bridge street until the old stone bridge and the misty fields beyond the river are in sight. In this part of town, at least things seem normal enough. All the shopkeepers have brought their wares out onto the street, which is reverberating with cries of fresh fruit, salted sea fish, curios from the mystic south, and sword sharpened here, among scores of others. Crowds of townfolk are bustling among the merchants' stalls and trying to shelter from the drizzle beneath the brightly colored awnings. You decide to retrace your steps in order to buy some provisions, and as you mingle with the throng outside a general grocery shop, you suddenly feel that you're being watched or followed. Test your luck. So, Mike, our luck will go down to 7 after this roll. Your roll of 18 counts for the luck roll. So we are lucky.
Okay.
So our luck now becomes 7. So we're going to...
Like permanently?
Yes. 7 out of 8 still. Keep the 8 there. So we're going to 390. Fuck, that's all the way at the back of the book. This is the lucky one? Fucking combat on a lucky roll? I don't want to know what a bad one was. If you're lucky, go to 390. Cool. 2 robed warriors, looking impassive and very out of place, are standing in the clear space on a nearby street corner. And they are staring straight at you. Yeah, Chad is right. You have to be under the luck roll. Your luck amount. That's why it goes down each time. But you don't have time to worry about them. You glance down and see a hand closing around the purse hanging from your belt, and another hand holding a short, sharp knife about to cut the drawstring. You spin around, drawing your sword, and face the sneak thief. It is a waif-like little girl no more than 9 years old.
Fucking stab her.
You're at a loss to know what to do, and the girl lunges at you with a knife. You are taken by surprise, and she cuts you. Lose 1 point of stamina.
Fucking stab her back.
All right, we must fight her. Gemein thief. Skill of 4, stamina of 3. So we have OC Brad's really good roll to start us off with of an 18 plus 9, so a 27. Can she roll higher than a 27? Let's find out, Mike. Nope. No, she only got a 15. She takes 2 damage. All right, well, someone else in chat. We have a 14 from Darkfire Yoshi. Darkfire Yoshi kills the small girl. Good job, Darkfire Yoshi. I put in the roll d20s for combat.
Yeah, I was
nice.
going to.
You can.
I guess I can leave it there.
Yeah. You guys killed the sneak thief. After 1 round of combat, the girl escapes into this crowd. Looking around, you realize... So we actually didn't kill her. She escaped. Looking around, you realize the 2 warriors are no longer in sight. Do you want to try to follow the girl, go to 358, or will you continue your quest for food?
We don't need food. We need to fucking kill this little girl.
I strike her with my laser sword. She screams in pain like a little girl. Ow!
So follow her or eat? Is that the options?
Yeah. We have 1 for follow and 1 for eat. Continue quest because she's a trap. Chad goes for eat. Chad's played these books before, I can tell, because he knows the secrets.
We almost have full HP, it's true. Almost. But your HP doesn't actually matter in this game for dying. You could just die.
You can just die. You can just go and you can follow the little waif, and then all of a sudden you get stabbed in the throat 1,000 times, and they're like, we don't care, you're fucking dead. Start the book over. Buy the next one. Pay us money. Buy Munchkin. No cheat. Hey, Binary Cupcakes, how's it going?
My voice is only just recovering
Oh, from the party?
from the party.
Yeah, that party was fun. Her and I talked about it and gossiped about you all yesterday.
About me?
About everyone.
But with who?
Me and Phaedra.
Oh, because you went and helped her yesterday.
So, should we follow the little girl or go to eat? That's the question for this Choose Your Own Adventure book today. Mike, what would you vote? 'Cause if chat takes too long, I'll just go to you.
Oh, no, I follow her.
Yeah. All right, so we got 1-4 for follow, so put that vote in.
Vote more for follow?
Yeah,
Who said that?
you did.
Oh, sounds good.
Your vote counts. Got to keep this show moving, right? No matter what, it continues.
Chat froze.
Chat froze. Chat's dead.
Rip chat.
Don't let a dice decide again, because I'll do that in a heartbeat. All right.
Did it actually freeze? I'm there it is.
All right,
Eat.
she chose eat. We're going to go into 149. Always eat. Food's delicious. You return to the grocery stall and survey the array of cold meat pies and small loaves of crusty bread temptingly displayed in the open air. A single gold piece will buy enough for 3 meals, or if you are feeling desperate or daring, you might be able to filch enough for 1 meal while no one is looking. If you want to buy 3 meals, turn to 383. If you want to try to steal one, go to 229.
I'm going to do both.
If you'd rather leave the Merchant's Quarter of Newburgh, you can go visit any part of the town you have not already visited. You can either make your way down to the river, go to the Temple Quarter, or go to Newburgh Keep. You have a lot of options here.
I want to buy 3 and steal 1. Is
That's the Mike way.
that possible?
That is the Mike way.
Because
Whoops. Let me just keep. 383. I don't want to fuck it up when we have money. I think that's smart.
so buy 1.
Yeah.
He's saying buy 1.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we have 1 for steal as well, because we have the Lux of 7. I mean, 7 is the most commonly rolled number. I'm dyeing my hair. Nice.
Who is?
That isn't a choice, Pedro is. That isn't a choice in the adventure. It is now, OC Brad. Dyeing hair. 401.
I'm mostly here waiting for Julie.
Yeah, she's
Julie's going to Phaedra's house?
no. If she was, I would have a stern talking with Julie about why she hasn't stopped here first. Can you imagine? Mike, what would you choose? Buy, steal, or move on?
Buy and steal.
Where's the option to get fat, burn all my bridges, and die alone? That dyeing hair is page 266. Classic page 266. That's on page 266, Mitchity Match. You don't want to go to 266. That's a dark page. Wussy Bread's buying food. We'll go with buying food. 383.
Buy them foods.
Best meat pies this side of Kelthar, the burly shopkeeper assures you. I should have read the description of the person before I did the voice. As he wraps your selection in a scrap of parchment, you hand over 1 gold piece and place 3 meals in your backpack. So we now have 3 provisions. And we lose 1 gold. You got that. Then turn to 280.
Treasurama! How's it going?
As you make your way through the crowds back towards the market square, you notice a tiny, rickety stall that appears to be laden with junks, rags, and useless knickknacks. The proprietor, also tiny and rickety, is small and bearded enough to be a dwarf, but then again, he's ugly enough to be a goblin. Pew! Shots fired. He notices you staring at him. You glance away and see the 2 robed swordsmen again, still shadowing you at a distance. You look up at Newburgh Keep, shrouded in grey mist above the rooftops, and when you look again at the aged stallholder, he's smiling at you in a curiously knowing way. He beckons you with 1 spindly digit. Spindly, sorry. If you have money to spend, my friend, he says, I have an antique curio which may help you if you're having difficulties with our southern neighbors. If you're interested in buying a piece of old junk from the street trader, turn to 129. If you have no money or would rather spend what little you have, continue on to the market. Turn to 237. All right, so OC Brad wants to buy the junk. This spindly digit.
Marquette. There's a T in that.
So we have one for go to market. So do you want to buy this Dwarf Goblin's junk? Or do we want to go back to market?
Fucking buy junk.
Yeah, I'd buy the junk.
I'd buy the junk. I'm just kidding.
Our 2 votes are worth 1.
Yeah.
We have no power here. So I think after we play this game, we're going to probably play some Jackbox.
Ooh, Jackbox.
Yeah.
If you're new to chat right now, we have a new shirt / sweater / ugly Christmas sweater. So you should check it out.
Right, we got 3 for buy the junk and put it in the goblin's trunk. So we're going to 129.
You should check it out because it's awesome.
With much gesturing, the little old bean invites you to a tumble-down lean-to hovel behind his stall. Inside the windowless shack, you can hardly move for bric-a-brac, rusty weapons, broken furniture, and cracked pots take up virtually all the available space. Pausing only to light a candle, the stall holder begins rummaging with surprising energy in a particularly cluttered corner. With a triumphant cry, "Aha!" he pulls something from beneath the pile of rags and brings it towards you. It looks like a small garden fork. It's very rusty and it has no handle. You begin to wonder whether the old stall holder is demented. You're even more worried when he demands 3 gold pieces for it. If you want to pay him, deduct 3 gold pieces from your adventure sheet and turn to 14. If you want to waste no more time, go back to market. 237.
Waste no more time.
No, I think we buy it.
Okay, what was it? Buy what?
Buy, which is go to, yeah, it's buy or leave. I think we buy this junk.
Buy more junk?
I think we buy this, yeah.
Buy more junk?
Yeah, we buy the fork. It's the useless item that comes into use later.
The plunger.
So you have 1 for fork and 1 for junk. So 1 for junk and 1 for leave, sorry. So Watson, why aren't you wearing it? Because we just released it today and we haven't gotten our copies yet of it.
Yeah.
But we
are ordering some.
Mike, put a vote for buy more junk from us.
Fucking awesome. Thanks, man. I gotta turn the other way now. Turn this way.
It's not as good. It's just it's weird because buy the fork or go to market.
Can we do half our faces? Could you do half your face?
Come back.
Am I in the right spot? I can't see.
Open your mouth. How we're buying the fork.
Buy the fork.
So deduct 3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces. So we're at 1 gold piece. How much was the other junk?
1.
Oh, so we're at 0 now.
No, we paid for it.
The food was 1.
Yeah, so we had 5. We paid 1 for the food, 3 for the fork. We have 1 remaining.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not 2 sets of junk we've bought.
No. So just put magic fork. The old goblin, that's what he looks like, just so everybody knows. For by now you are fairly sure that's what he is, takes your money, inspects it by the light of the candle, bites each coin in turn, and then throws the coins over his shoulder to add to the heaps of debris, because this guy's a stereotype. He hands you the broken fork, a 3-pronged spear of blue metal with vicious barbs and intricate inscriptions overlaid with copious amounts of rust. Even cleaned up, it won't be much use without its shaft, the goblin tells you. But if you can find its handle, it should make a prodigiously powerful weapon against those southern scum and their horrible pets. I've kept that spearhead since before most of the buildings in this town were built. I was told it was broken in the battle fought on Castle Hill itself, before there was even a Newburgh or a keep. The Southerners were defeated and fled. The legends say their unnatural allies were swallowed by the ground for which they stood, going back to that foreshadowing. And that the spear shaft went with them. They say they were mortally afraid of that spear, the stories say. You put the spearhead in your backpack and make your way to the market square, still wondering whether you wasted your money. Go to 237. By the time you arrive at the wet and windswept market square, you've managed to elude your shadows. Your adventures in the Merchant's Quarter have not provided many answers to the puzzle of what is going on in Newburgh, so where will you try next? You can go to visit any part of town that you've not already visited. Would you like to go to the Wharves on 90, venture up to the keep itself, 289, or would you like to walk to the Temple Quarter, which is where the barkeep told us to go?
The wharfs, the castle, or where?
The temple.
Temple.
No cheat. No cheat. 90, we got one for the Wharves.
You're frozen in an ice cube.
How is that happening? How is that happening? How is that happening? We got one for Wharves and one for the temple.
So, Better Than Twitch TV has emotes that can go over top of other emotes?
We have one for all three.
What? One for all three? Oh. Someone put a hat on Justin. Like the actual Justin. Let's see if I can find it.
It's just my fucking nose and my mouth.
What is it?
It's great. Mike, where do you want to go?
The wharfs. I love wharfs.
Cool. Hey, Chad, does anyone else want to vote, or are we just going to go to the Wharves? It is really good with me wearing the hat and just my nostrils. This is a nightmare.
I love hats. Hats are my favorite. I can't get I don't know where the list is.
All right, we're going to go to the Wharves. Look at that guy. Spoiler alert. As you walk along Fish Street towards the river, it is obviously you're entering the poorest quarter of town. Here the river is no longer clear. It is spread into an oozing marsh and a stench pervades the entire area. Only a few boats are tied up at the rotting jetties. The riverside path, known as Shivering Lane, is ankle-deep in clinging mud, and the pitiful decayed cottages seem to be setting into the marshy ground. The few local people that you see are small, swarthy types and are dressed in drab rags. There are no shops and nobody is working on the boats and barges. A cart is approaching from the northeast. The two horses are having difficulty pulling it over the muddy, pitted surfaces of Shivering Lane. As it near the wharves, you can see it contains see a contingent of robed warriors. Do you want to conceal yourself in this unpleasant part of town in order to spy on the robed swordsman? If so, go to 336. Or would you rather explore an area of Newburgh that you have not yet visited? Oh, I read ahead.
Why'd you...
It was an accident. All right, Darkfire Yoshi is saying spy, and our chat has descended into madness. That hat looks really good on Mitchell.
It looks great on Mitchell.
You need a break there.
Oh. Yes. It's going to take up more room.
Yep.
Fine.
All right, so we have one for spy and one for explore.
Spy 1, explore 1. Yeah, I'm in a Santa hat. Oh, top hat. Top hat's better. My face is a little small for that one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. All right. Mike, would you like to spy or explore?
Spy.
You pull yourself into a narrow gap between two derelict houses opposite one of the few usable jetties. A barge is tied up here, and you guess correctly that the cart is making for this jetty. When the cart comes into sight, you see that it bears the coat of arms of Baron Tholdor In addition to the 4 of the Southern Warriors, it carries a number of casks and boxes. It seems that a consignment of goods from Newburgh Keep is about to leave town by river. The soldiers pull whips and clubs from their belts and proceed to collect a team of laborers from nearby cottages. With much cursing and groaning, punctuated by the occasional crack of a whip, the small riverside men manage to unload the crates from the cart and carry them onto the waiting barge. This takes a long time and you're becoming very impatient. The soldiers are impatient too and start using their clubs and whips more frequently. Would you like to continue to watch, or would you rather attack the bullies? Darkfire Yoshi is saying attack the bullies. OC Brad adds attack the little girl, which to me means attack the bullies.
I mean, they could be little girl.
It's just a retinue of little girls beating people.
This whole book is little girls that are bullies.
Yep.
Attack or run away, right? That's bad.
Yep.
Attack and run away. Attack or run away, chat?
We have 2 for attack.
2 for attack. Well, I guess we're attacking then.
Yeah, I might start doing it that we just get the first person gets to go. Just to make it quicker.
Yep.
That's all I'll start doing. I'm joining for the attack. The riverside dwellers scatter in panic as you squelch across the muddy road and charge onto the jetty. The soldiers discard their whips and draw their curved blades. You realize that you cannot hope to defeat them all simultaneously, and you choose to make your stand on a narrow plank that projects from one side of the jetty. The soldiers can attack you only one at a time, but you cannot escape unless you kill them all. So we have 4 swordsmen, so I need to put them all on the list right now, Mike. Alright, we got some d20s going as well. That's good.
6 out of 6. 6 out of 8. 6 out of 6 and 8.
Oh man, we got a tough guy.
So I'm just gonna copy this. Copy. Fucking.
Yeah, Dark Days. Don't worry, you guys have this magic fork.
That doesn't have a handle yet.
Yeah.
So it's probably useless.
Probs, yeah, probs.
6, 6, 5, 9. And really, it only becomes useful when the book decides it becomes useful.
Exactly. That's how these things work.
You don't decide when it becomes useful.
This is basically like the game of Myst, where you carry this one thing for you the whole game, but it only works in one spot. Oh, it's 100% worse than Myst. 100%.
Okay, I'm good.
Cool. All right. So first things first, we have Darkfire's roll of a 17. That's 2 damage to the first guy. And we have OC Brad's roll of a 12. That's 2 damage to us. All right, guys, feel free to keep roll in some d20s. I'm going to just roll over here while I'm waiting, just to keep the flow going good. We deal 4 damage to this guy on a critical hit.
4 damage. We have to do in order, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do another damage to that guy.
He's dead.
Yeah, OC Brad goes to swordsman number 2.
Mm-hmm.
We deal some... the laser sword takes a big, big chunk out of that guy. Darkfire Roshi has a really good roll. And that will deal 2 more damage to him again. We kill this number 2. Yes, this is, Beneath Nightmare Castle. Alright, number 3. If you guys want to keep rolling...
Keep rolling them d20s.
Otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing them over here. Yeah, this guy got a critical fail, which is another 4 damage, just to make this go by quicker. Because unlike us playing this in our bedroom alone, we're doing this on stream. Ooh, that deals some damage to us. We go down to 15.
OC Brad rolled a 15.
Ooh, that's a good roll, OC Brad. I'll roll the bad guy dice. 17 plus 5 is 23. 15 plus 4 is 24. We deal 3 damage. 2 damage to him, sorry. Let's see. You rolled a 22 against their... Yeah, it's 2 more damage to number 4.
Number 3.
Yeah, sorry, number 3. 2 damage to us.
2 damage to us.
Time keeps on slipping. We kill him. All right, but now here's the big guy. This guy has 1 less skill than us. This is the one that matters. Nice roll, Mike. He deals 2 damage to us. Ooh, OC Brad rolled a 4. He deals 2 damage to us. This guy's gonna fucking murder us to death. We deal 2 damage to him. God damn it, what's the point of living? Darkfire Yoshi deals 2 damage to this guy. OC Brad deals 2 damage to this guy.
He's a 3. No, 1. Yeah, that's right.
He is dead. Okay, good job, guys. Would you like to explore the jetty or go back to Newburgh? Books are dreams, Jigoku.
We need a heal.
I assume we're going to explore the jetty because...
Why were we here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Take the crate. There's something strange about this crate. At first you are not sure what it is. An unpleasant odor emanates from it. As you lean over it, the smell overpowers even the stench of the river and you feel quite sick. You crouch next to the crate and you suddenly hear noises from inside. You press your ear to the wooden boards and you can definitely hear movement. Scratching, slithering, flapping. You look at every side of the crate but you can find no air holes. If there is an animal or a person inside, it will suffocate before long. If you want to look inside the crate, turn to 199. If you decide to push it off the jetty and into the water, 294. If you would rather leave the crate alone, 377. I think it's like a Cthulhu monster, to be honest. It's like a... I'd push it in the water. That's what I would do in a heartbeat.
You'd push it in the water?
Oh yeah, drown the dog.
So I can look at it.
No, that's how you die in these games.
Darkfire Yoshi says open it.
All right.
But worth.
The crate is made of thick, seasoned hardwood, and the lid is held in place by nails as big as your fingers. Both your sword and your temper are close to snapping by the time you succeed in prising the lid away from the timbers. Scrambling noises from inside the crate rise to a crescendo as you flex your muscles and throw the lid aside, to find yourself staring at a disgusting and incomprehensible horror, just like a Cthulhu monster, I said it. The crate is full of human limbs. There are hands, feet, and arms. Some are well preserved. Others are decaying and putrid. The fetid stench is overpowering, and all of them are moving, slithering, groping towards you. Test your willpower. So I need to roll lower than a 9. I rolled a 9, well, 9 or lower, so it goes to 8, and our willpower is successful.
Our willpower goes to 8?
Yeah. Go to 135. You recoil with a cry. This is hentai. Oh yeah. Buckle up, boys and girls. We're about to get banned on Twitch. You recoil with a cry just as the questing fingers of the decaying hand are about to touch your face. With manic speed, you snatch up the crate's lid and slam it down over the squirming mass. Sobbing, you use your bare hands to hammer at the nails until you are sure the lid is secure. You collapse on the jetty and try to recover your scattered wits. Sometime later, you stride grimly into the center of town, determined to seek out the source of Newburgh's horrible affliction. Go to 377. What would happen if I pushed it in the water?
No cheat.
I'm not cheating. I would never cheat in this game. It's against the rules. Having spent as much time as you think necessary in the riverside section of Newburgh, you can now explore any part of the town you have not already visited. Would we like to go to the Temple Quarter or go to Newburgh Keep?
Also, it's fine. Looking at it was fine.
I mean, we could have instantly lost if we failed that willpower roll.
It's true. It's half an hour.
Sure.
We're going to take a slight break for YouTube.
Yeah.
Try
Oh,
to
and we aren't going to.
Oh,
The
yeah.
YouTube.
The YouTube's taking a break.
Yeah. We're going to go to the temple.